Well, this shit is surreal. I'll get to the specifics here in a second. There's two topics I want to cover here. One is a video that Irate Gamer made yesterday where he actually praised me and mentioned me by name and thanked me. And I'll get to the whys and hows and all that in a second here. And the second topic I want to cover here is Nostalgia Critic coming back. And, you know, he's made an announcement that he's making a return for the Nostalgia Critic, even though he happily retired the character months ago. Anyway, we'll get to all that in a second here. First up, the Irate Gamer Chris Bores. I've made a number of videos about this guy, and I can tell you right now, this is going to be the first time you're going to see me make a video about, you know, with Chris Bores in the title and me not just summarily ripping him apart or criticizing something he did heavily or putting him under a tremendous amount of scrutiny for being a rip-off hack and all this other stuff that I've said to no ends in numerous instances that I've made videos about him. I don't got anything bad to say about the guy today. I don't at all. If you didn't see the video that he made yesterday, I'll leave it linked in the video description underneath. He basically thanked me for shedding light on a specific situation, if you will. Has to do with the Cheetah Men 2 scandal, and for the record here, I'm not going to mention a certain person's name and his little gimp slave leech. I'm gonna refer to them as person who I shall never speak of again, and or I should say person who I shall never say the name of again, and Gimp. Sidekick Gimp. Or Gadget! Anyway, we all know who I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm not here to harp on them either in this video. I'm not going to put their name in the title or in the video description or anything like that. Chris Bores made a video parodying a video that Gimp and person who I shall never say the name of again took part in, and it was such a turning of the tide because Chris Bores does video game reviews, as does person who I'll never say the name of again, and Gimp. I've been making videos a number of years as well, and Chris had this opportunity to strike while the iron was hot and have the upper hand in the situation while person and Gimp were getting a ton of scrutiny for what they did, and I thought it was a brilliant move by Chris Bores' part. I was like, wow, this was witty, it was perfectly timed, and I helped promote that video. I put it all over my Twitter, I put it all over my channel bulletins, and, you know, left comments, and all this other shit, and Chris Bores was thankful for that. And also thankful that I made a number of videos exposing the situation a bit more bluntly than Chris did. And we have actually talked a number of times behind the scenes since that whole Cheetah Men 2 scandal came out, Chris Bores and I. It was something I never thought would happen. What exactly we said is really no one's business, but it basically helped me understand that guy a lot more. Now, I know you're saying, well, Archer, you made a number of videos ripping this guy apart. Do you just say, like, you know, he's clean as a preacher's sheets now all of a sudden? No. I stand by everything about what I said in that video. I do think he's a rip-off hack and all this other stuff, but dwelling on that anymore is pointless. This isn't 2010, 2009, where that was the hot topic that everyone was going after. Harping on that shit now is just worthless. It's a waste of everyone's time. So, you know, I talked to him about things like that, and, you know, I felt that maybe sometimes I was a bit unfair with my criticism of him. And one of my, if you want to call it a fault, or just a bad habit that I do, is I look for the worst in some people, or just look for the characteristics of someone that, you know, show them messing up or whatever, and I use that as a point of attack and, you know, just expand upon it from there. when in all actuality, I could have just, you know, appreciated this guy and, like, you know, making that Super Mario Brothers 2 review, which was the first review I saw from him. And I said, wow, this was a great review. I found this highly enjoyable. But then I got into the whole thing of, like, oh, he's ripping off this and that and that and that and this. And, like, that just fogged my mind from anything else that he could have possibly been doing good. Didn't want to see him doing anything good. Didn't want to interpret seeing anything he did as good. So anyway, anyways, that's it. I know I'm just dragging on and on here. So anyways, I just wanted to say thank you to Chris for that acknowledgement and the kind words you had to say about me. And I even left a comment saying, yeah, hell must have froze over because Chris Bores mentioned my name in a video and it was in a positive light. Yeah, I mean, that's something I never thought was going to happen, and here we are, 2013. Well, I mean, the world already ended last month, so, you know, it's a different space-time continuum we're on here, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, thanks, Chris. And I know a lot of your fans actually came over to me, and I'm like, you know, getting my inbox blown up. Funny, I talked about reading messages and trying to reply to you guys, and a number of Chris's fans came over to my videos or my channel and then, like, you know, type in Irate Gamer in the search bar to see if I did any videos about him or whatever. And, like, some of his fans were like, dude, you made videos bashing this guy likes you, he just thanked you, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm just like, oh yeah, I know, we've had our little past. But anyways, that was the past, this is the now, and I don't really got much left of anything bad to say about the guy. If you don't like him, move along. Move along. It's 2013. Harping on the negativity with this guy is just so 2009. Anyway, but it's a free country. Cry all you want if you so choose. Second part, the Nostalgia Critic. Speaking of people blowing up my inbox, a number of people are writing me messages about, oh my god, did you hear the Nostalgia Critic came back? Oh my god, and, like, yeah, I know it's about a week old now, and people are still sending me messages incessantly. Yes, I heard he came back. I'm kind of surprised with this, in all honesty. I didn't think he would return this quick, nor did I think he would return to a regular, reoccurring thing here. I saw, and just in my mind, just predicting things, I figured, like, we'll see him around spring, summer. He'll do a big return, just like, you know, a one and off again type deal. Excuse me, I thought I was gonna sneeze there. Actually, I was crying, but anyway, wanted to cover it up. I was a little shocked with this news that he's just all out coming back. Now, a lot of people are sending theories, and I had my personal theories about why he came back. And again, this is even going, like I said before, like, one of my faults is, like, you know, searching for the negative aspect in someone and, you know, seeing that it can't be possibly something positive, but it has to be a negative means of things of why he's coming back. And I put on my Twitter, I was like, well, let me see. I sat down one day, I was like, well, let me see what the site traffic for thatguywiththeglasses.com is doing. And I looked at it. Over the past year, the site traffic has dropped 40%. 40%, that's a pretty significant drop in traffic from last January to this January. So I was like, oh, well, the guy's losing money. The guy's losing traffic for everyone else on his website. He clearly wants to try to revive his sinking ship of a website. Do I know that? And, like, I tweeted that, and I tweeted a link to show, because there's a number of websites that show website traffic. And I showed that, everyone was like, oh yeah, he is losing a lot of traffic, that's right, yeah, he's doing it because he wants more money for that site. Again, one of my faults, finding just something that could possibly be negative and assuming that's the answer. Folks, I don't know why he's coming back. It could be a number of any of many things. It could be just simply, okay, maybe there was a number of people that were getting less revenue on the website, and he thought it was unfair that he took the premier marquee headline off the website, and now every single person under him is suffering. Well, maybe he doesn't want money per se himself. He feels bad that every single person under him is losing money on that website. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's something like, you know, he's been doing that character for years. Maybe he got really latched onto it and didn't really understand how much he enjoyed doing it until he wasn't doing it anymore. And maybe he felt a little sadness over it. Maybe he said, God, you know, it was such good times when I was doing those Nostalgia Critic episodes. I want to do them again. And there's nothing telling me that I can't absolutely do it again. Maybe his mortgage bills were stacking or something. Maybe he didn't need money. Maybe he sat down to the finances like, oh, at this rate, I don't have enough money saved up. I do need to do something that draws in more revenue for me. Folks, it could be any of many things, and yeah, I do think this taints the whole, you know, perfect goodbye, for lack of a better term, because he did wrap things up nice and neat, send that character off into the sunset, and people like myself were pleased with that. I thought that was an excellent way to end that character, but leave the door open for him to come back, you know, spontaneously, not so much the regular character that he wants to come back to as now. That's kind of disappointing. That's like, you know, the professional boxer or whatever retiring like Sugar Ray Leonard did for 500 times in his career, saying, I'm never going to box again, and then fight another, you know, 10 fights in a row, like shit like that. And it's like, oh, well, why would we believe you if you ever said this is it ever again? So it taints whatever could be another potential send-off, because people will be like, yeah, okay, see you in a few months, Doug. So anyways, I don't know why Doug Walker brought, you know, the Nostalgia Critic back, you know, despite what my tweets would show you, how his website's suffering in traffic and all that. Like I said, it could be something as simple as he really loved doing that character and he wanted to do it because he loves that his fans love it. That was a bit redundant, but you get what I'm saying. So anyway, that's my thoughts on those two topics. Again, the whole surreal thing with Chris Bores, and for the most part, the feedback I've been getting, if Chris is watching this, the feedback that I was getting from your fans was very pleasant. A number of nice messages and people just leaving random comments on my videos, like even though it's not about the Irate Gamer, just going like some of my newest videos and saying, hey, you know, Irate Gamer told me to check this out, you got some cool videos, and you know, just like, you know, shit like that. I really appreciate that, Chris, and the fact that we've talked behind the scenes and been able to, you know, I wouldn't say patch things up. It's not like we were like, you know, split lovers or anything like that. And like I said to you, and I'll say it publicly, I am sorry for as far as things got, because I got downright rude with a lot of things that I said about you and that I did. But again, that's all in the past, and it is what it is. It's not like I'm going to take my videos down about you because, you know, I'm not a person who I may not ever speak the name of again, and his sidekick Gimp, you know, something like that they would do. My videos are going to stay up for just, you know, whatever. Just if you want to live life vicariously through 2009 YouTube again, you can check them out. Anyway, yeah, that's about it, everyone. Thank you for watching this. Thank you again, Chris. And, you know, I'm willing to see those new Nostalgia Critic episodes. I'll be willing to check them out. You know, I watched them before, so why wouldn't I watch them again? But all in all, I'm satisfied with the way, you know, both these situations are going. So everyone, my God, droning on and on. Archfiend, shut up. Goodbye. That is all.